Hello everyone, welcome for the course Financial Accounting First Subject Code 20 CP 120 for the first semester of the first unit. In first unit we already discussed in a first session. Let I welcome for the session 2. In session 1 we discussed regarding the introduction, meaning, definition of the bookkeeping, features of the bookkeeping, meaning and definition of the accounting, features of accounting, meaning and definition of the accountancy, and features of the accountancy. Bookkeeping refers to maintaining the books of account systematically. So it may be defined as the art as well as the science of recording all the financial transactions and dealing systematically in a set of books. Accounting is a art of recording, classifying, summarizing, presenting the financial aspect of business, dealing and interpreting the results thereof. Accountancy is a application of art and science of both the bookkeeping and accounting for the decision for designing the information processing system, analyzing economic events, analysis, interpretation of the financial data, reporting, and advising the management on financial aspect. So in I think you got lot of information in previous session. Let me move for the second session contents. In second session we have to discuss regarding the objective of bookkeeping, objective and needs of accounting, differences between bookkeeping and accounting, and differences between accounting and accountancy. The main objective of this subjective, that is the learning objective, to know the basic knowledge of the financial accounting, familiarizing with the basic term of the accounting, familiarize with the method of recording various business transactions, acquiring the necessary skill to maintain the various books of accounts. First concept, first contents of this session is the objectives of the bookkeeping. The first one objective of the bookkeeping is recording of the transaction, recording of the financial transaction in a systematic manner. So here they identify the transactions which are measured in terms of the money, that is the financial character among the various transactions, are to be recorded in a set of book. That is the first one objective. Second one, to measure all the activities or measure all the financial transaction, all the activities are to be recorded in terms of the money, that is record the only in monetary transactions. Third one objective, to record all the financial transaction in books of primary entry in chronological order. So on the basis of the occurrence of event, they will record the transaction in set of book. Fourth one, to record all the financial transaction by classifying them as personal, real, nominal account. Last one, to know all the records of financial transaction permanently for the future reference. So to have a permanent record, all the transactions are to be recorded in a set of book under a bookkeeping. So these are the main objectives. The main objective is just having the permanent record to record all the transactions which are measured in terms of the money in chronological order. Next one is the objectives of the accounting. Objectives of accounting is nothing but a need or essential of accounting is also be known as. So objectives or purpose of the accounting is, first one is the recording of transaction, to maintain the records of financial transactions of the business neatly and accurately. the accounts are to be maintained. Second one, ascertaining of the results. To ascertain the results, that is the profit or the loss made by the business during a particular accounting period, that should be ascertained with the help of the accounting. That is the main objective. Next, ascertainment of the financial affairs. To present the true and fair view of the financial position of the business regarding the value of the asset, liabilities, capital, loss, profit, etc. That should be analyzed with the help of the accounting information. Next, keeping the accounts of the cash. So whatever all the cash transactions are to be recorded in a accounting. That is the main objects. Control over the assets and helps in the taxation. So control the misuse of the assets and misuse of the goods, etc. That should be possible in accounting. Next objective, helps in taxation. So the whatever the informations are found in accounting are helps for the calculation of the tax liability to the government. So whatever the tax liability is given to the government, that should be that should be calculated with the help of the accounting information. Next, last one objective of the accounting is the testing arithmetic accuracy of the accounts. So it helps to the expert advise on the financial aspect of the business and facilitate the interperiodical comparison of the financial trends of the business. So it is help for the whether the business earn the profit or loss. That should be easily analyzed with the help of the accounting. So these are the main objective of the accounting. Next main concept of this session is the differences between the bookkeeping and the accounting. The first difference between the bookkeeping and accounting. The bookkeeping is the process of recording the business transaction. It is just record the transaction in a systematic manner in a set of book according to their occurrence of event. So this is the first difference is made on the basis of the meaning in a ಪ್ರಕಾರವಾಗಿ it record only the transaction. bookkeeping record only the ಇದು transaction ಮಾತ್ರ record ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Accounting, it compromises the recording of the business transaction in the books of account, the preparation of the final statement. So in accounting, they record all the transaction in order to prepare final statements. Second one, it is the first stage of the maintenance the books of accounts. So for the first time, all the transactions are to be recorded in a set of book. So this is the first stage. Accounting is a second stage of maintenance of the books of account. So first record the transaction in a set of book. Further, they had to be transferred to a accounting. Third one, it maintains the information about the business in the books of accounts. So it record only in set of books. Accounting, whereas accounting is summarizes and analyzes and interprets the information. Bookkeeping just record the transaction, whereas accounting summarizes the transaction, analyzes the transaction, interprets the transactions. Simply accounting work begins where the bookkeeping work ends. Next, fourth one difference. Bookkeeping concerned with the recording of the business transaction in a books of accounts. So in a set of books, they will record the transaction. Accounting is concerned with not only recording of the transaction, it is checking the arithmetic accuracy of the books of accounts by preparing the trial balance. Next, fifth one is that it does not produce the financial statements. Financial statements are not to be prepared with the help of the accounting information. Accounting information ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. It is mainly concerned with the preparation of financial statement. Financial statements is generally prepared with only with the help of the information available in accounting. Sixth one, the work of bookkeeping is of routine work, clerical work. So this is the day-to-day work. Accounting, bookkeeping work is the day-to-day work. Whereas the work of accounting is the technical and complicated one. So it requires the skill to record the transaction in a accounts. It requires the some skill. The person who maintain the accounts, he must have some skill. Last one, this work is done by the junior staff. So any normal employee, a worker may record the transaction in a set of book under the bookkeeping. Whereas accounting is generally done by the accounts are generally maintained only by a accountant or senior staff or experienced staff. So these are the some differences between the bookkeeping and accounting. Next one concept is the differences between accounting and accountancy. Here we find some differences between these two. The first one difference between the accountancy and accounting. Accountancy, it is a discipline. It is a discipline. So in this discipline, so they will follow some rules, some principles to record the transaction. Accounting, it is a science and art of the actual recording, classifying, summarizing, analysis the financial transaction. Second one is it is a basic subject. Accountancy is the basic subject. Whereas accounting is a branches of accountancy. Branches of accountancy. So accounting is a one branch of the accounting. Third one is it is a theoretical work. Accountancy is the theoretical work, whereas accounting is a practical work. Practically, they will analyze the net results of the organization. Fourth one is it follows some set of principles that should be definitely defined. Definitely a science. It is definitely a science by following some principles. In recording the transaction, they will follow some set of principles in accountancy. Whereas in accounting, it is a more an art. It is a more an art. Recording of the business transaction. Fifth one, it can be recorded a transaction. It can be regarded as a techniques of the production. It can be regarded as techniques of the productions. But accounting can be regarded as a process of production. The technique of production, by using this principle, it is considered as a techniques of production, whereas accounting is a process of productions. So these are some differences between the accountancy and accounting. Next one is the MCQ is not the objective of the bookkeeping, not ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. So that none of the above. To keep the financial record systematically is the one objective. B. Measuring the transaction in terms of the money is also one kind of objective. C. Permanent record is also a one objective. So none of the above is the right answer. So first A, B, C are the objective of the bookkeeping. So there is no any objectives not concerned with the bookkeeping. So the right answer is the D. Second one, MCQ question. Dash helps in preparation of the final account. Bookkeeping, accounting, accountancy. D, B and C. So accounting, accountancy, both are useful for a preparation of the final account. So the right answer is the D. Third one, the person who maintains the accounts is called dash. A. Answer is the bookkeeper. B. Accountant. C. Storekeeper. D. All the above. So generally, the person who maintains the accounts is called as the accountant. So the answer is the B. Next, fourth one. Dash is a theoretical work. A is the accountancy, B is the cost accounting, C is the accounting, D is the none. So the right answer is the A, accountancy. So the key answers. First one answer for first answer for the first one MCQ question is the D. Second answer for a second one MCQ question is the D. Third question answer is the B. Fourth MCQ question answer is the A. Next, model questions. State the objective of the bookkeeping. State the objective of accounting. What are the differences between bookkeeping and accounting? Differences between accounting and accountancy. Next, session's outcome. So at the end of the course, student will able to understand the basic knowledge of the accountancy and understand the knowledge of the maintaining the books of accounts from this course. Books. I already explained regarding the author name for the reference. Accountancy volume first. You may refer B.S. Ramanna, Kadakol, Pre-University Education book and Accountancy Reddy and Appannaya, NCRTC books of CBSE, ICSE and open source software and website address, MOOCs, Swayam, etc. Thank you very much.